Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about the functionality of the transmitter and how it affects collar use. There's a lot of functionality built into these units that's really very appealing. One of the functions that they have is you can toggle between momentary stimulation, which is about 1/10 of a second, and continual stimulation, which is up to about 10 seconds. It's easy to do. If you flip the collar or the transmitter over on the back, you're going to see a series of buttons. This large button that's labeled L is not only the on-off switch, but it's another function that we'll get into in a little bit. The other button has basically two functions, and if you press it, if you look at the front of the collar, I don't know if you'll be able to see it through the video, it has a 0 and then the letter C next to it. If you tap it once, it's going to show both momentary, an M on the left-hand side and a C on the right-hand side of the unit. If you press it a second time, essentially all you get is momentary functioning. Alright, the cool thing about these collars, now this is a single dog unit, essentially when I depress the button, oops, it actually has to register something before you get any transmission. It's on 1. If you depress the black button, which is normally your momentary button, okay, you get a, I don't even, oh there we go, okay, you get a momentary transmission of about 1/10 of a second. What it does when you press the yellow or the orange button is it actually gives a boost of up to 20 additional levels of stimulation. So without having to start rolling through the dial in order to reach a level that the dog understands you're trying to communicate with them, which is really neat functionality. You can actually change that level to any level that you want. Now, if you use the continual button, let me depress that little pup. Oops, where'd we go? Oh, I accidentally turned the light on the collar. Wrong button. So if we go back to continual, it does essentially the same thing. I press it once on the black button, and we get stimulation for up to about 10 seconds at the level that I have predetermined. If I hit the orange button on the side, it boosts it however many points you've programmed it for that same length of time. The other great functionality about this collar, especially if you have a few dogs and you turn them out late at night and they happen to be dark, it has a great function, or a great feature, that actually if you press the large black button in the back when the collar is activated, it actually activates a light. You get one that flashes, and then you can actually hold it and it'll make it constant. So you could, if you have a 2-dog unit, you could actually have one flashing so you know that that's dog A, and another one that's constant so you know that that's dog B. A lot of great functionality in this collar, and they are really very user-friendly once you get used to going from the stem type transmitters to the little puck.